today at the 2016 Canadian Science Policy Conference with Dr. Jennifer Tedman-Jones, who is Director of Business Development for MyTax. So Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about MyTax and your role?
Certainly. MyTax is a private not-for-profit organization. We help connect diverse sectors, so companies, government, community partners with university talent and expertise across Canada. And my role, I'm one of the connectors, and a lot of our programs are founded on the principle of cooperative innovation. So identifying partners that have shared interests and shared outcomes and look for those shared objectives. So I'm one of 36 business developers across Canada who's helping to facilitate those connections. And I support the BC Interior, and I work with UBC's Okanagan campus, Thompson Rivers University, as well as the University of Northern British Columbia.
Fantastic. So what's your process for scanning to try and find these potential matches?
A lot of attending events and referrals, and basically just going up to companies and various organizations and asking them to start thinking about research. And really the question is, what is research? It's really a good starting point is that it's any question you can't Google. And then I would go back to the university with that challenge and ask researchers from all disciplines. I mean, we work with everybody from philosophy to engineering. Is this in line with your research? And very specific about that, that it be in line with their research and not just, can you do this?
Great. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the most common valuable outcomes that result from this process?
Well, we're starting to see the outcomes. So the BC Interior, when I arrived, it was the first time they had a full-time business developer, and I arrived via Deborah Buzzard, who asked MyTax for a business developer for the BC Interior. She saw, a region that was growing, and that really it was a question of facilitation and working in a greater way with the community. So when I arrived, there was just about $160,000 in investment through MyTax programs, through companies, and within 2 years of just opening doors, that rose to $730,000. Wow. Yeah. So what that tells me is that there's a really strong appetite for innovation in the BC Interior. It was really just a question of facilitation. So now in terms of outcomes, now we're just starting to see the outcomes, right? So 2 years ago, I submitted a project with ESS Technology and UBC's Okanagan campus, and there were 4 graduate students from Julian Cheng's lab who worked with them on a chip to produce something of higher audio quality for your smartphone. And that feature landed ESS Technology a contract with telecommunications giant LG.
Okay, fantastic. Mm-hmm. So what do you think is the landscape of rural innovation in a world where information communication technologies is making it much more viable to have collaboration and communication that doesn't necessarily need to be in the same geographical area?
Mm-hmm. It's certainly helping in terms of it's certainly helping. It still comes down to people, though. Those connections and of course staying in touch. That also really helps. I think what's impressive to see is the extent to which there is such a strong network in such a geographically distant region. I mean, you're looking at people that are 1,000 kilometers apart, and they are on each other's radar. And so where they're coming together is in really interesting ways. So a lot of the projects that I'm working on cross disciplines, they cross sectors, they cross. So it's not really technology or social development that is really going to take off. Where the real impact I think is going to be felt is at the intersection of social development and technology kind of coming together to solve all of these very complex problems, and that's kind of what I'm starting to see. We're seeing more and more of that at MyTax, but I'm seeing a lot of it in the BC Interior.
Okay. So what's the hardest part of your job?
Am I allowed to say that there is no hard part? I really love my job.
Yeah.
I absolutely love my job. I think what's interesting for me, I think it depends on perspective, maybe because I've been in this role for 5 years. So one of the things that I've learned in that role is that you don't worry about the people who are not interested. You focus all of your energy on people who are willing, who aren't happy with the status quo, who are looking to, well, how can we make this better? How can we work together? And throw all of your energy behind those people, and the rest will come when they see, what wonderful things those groups, those disparate groups who are coming together are accomplishing. So I suppose that's part of that has been experience though over the 5 years I've been with MyTax.
So my last question,
Yeah.
Where can our viewers at home go to learn more about the great work you guys are doing at MyTax?
Well, they could visit www.mytax.ca.
Okay, fantastic. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Connor.